Excited to be back here again and thrilled to start a new season. And like I said in the video, it's definitely the end of one era, the start of a new one. We have 9 returning players and 8 new players. We have 4 transfers that we brought in, 4 incoming freshmen. So it's been a fun 2 weeks. I'm really glad this is one of those years where we have 2 weeks. I'm sure they're thrilled it's over. But in the grand scheme of things, we needed that time together. And I just think that this team can be spectacular. I really do. I think there's a lot of different pieces of the puzzle, and I think the biggest challenge we've had as a staff is trying to figure out who plays best next to whom, and really start looking for the things that are going to make us great in matches, and try to minimize the areas where we may not be as strong right now. But I'm really pleased. I'm pleased with their effort, their energy. I'm pleased with their athleticism. This is a super athletic group, so they're really fun to coach, and they're extremely competitive, and that's what we wanted. We went after players who had been on national stages from junior colleges and had starting positions at their other institutions. And then the freshman group we have is spectacular. So we're excited. Can't wait to get going, and we were 2 days away from our first match, so we're looking forward to taking the court.
Melissa, how different is this team? When can you remember a situation like this where you had so many new players stepping in to start?
I think it was back in 2010, maybe. Patch could probably help me out with that better. We had a group where we had a lot of turnover the year prior, and we brought in a lot of transfers. And in fact, that was Sierra's year, and she's in the room. And it's that year. I had no idea what we could be, and we went out, and that season we beat the #1 and #2 teams in the nation. So, and I think it was about not just who we recruited as athletes and as skill sets, but we went after the right people. And I think in volleyball, because of the stage that you play in, and it's such small parameters, you want great chemistry. You have to have great chemistry, and if you don't have that, it's like they're under a magnifying glass. And that's I really would consider this team to be very similar to that team.
Talked about it in the video, but playing such a tough opening weekend with a lot of turnover as it is, how do you really feel about what you're going to see and how tough the challenge it is, especially with this scenario?
Oh, it's a big challenge. I mean, the schedule that we put together, I've traditionally been a tough scheduling coach. I think you guys know that. And we'll take our hits. But I don't think we're going to take match hits. I think we've talked with these guys specifically that we're not going to bow down to anybody. It doesn't matter what you're ranked in preseason. In the grand scheme of things, those are just numbers. I mean, everybody's kind of shooting in the dark when it comes to those coaches' polls. But certainly to play teams that are experienced at playing in the Elite Eight was what we wanted. And I think I owe it to them to be able to put great competition in front of them and see where we stack up. But these guys are not going to back down to anybody. And that's what I love about this group.
Ladies, what do you think about playing these the tough teams like that?
I'll take it. We tend to schedule, like she said, very tough in the beginning. We like to think that it's getting us ready for those tough situations, like the postseason games, the teams that are really going to give us the biggest run for our money, the biggest competition, so that we're ready for those tough situations, and it's not a surprise whenever we see teams that are fantastic on the floor. So personally, I love it. I'm a big competitor. I love competition in general, and I think it's the best way to get us started, especially with this new group that we have, having so many new people and putting us in these situations where it's not easy going. It's going to be tough. I feel like it's just going to make it smooth sailing for the rest of the year in general.
Coach, has the success of the program paid off in a year when you had to do so much recruiting?
Yeah, I think when you have a tradition that you can sell, great players want to play in great programs. Great players want to play great competition. And so that's why we schedule tough, and that's why when we go out and we sell our program, it's an easy sell. There was once upon a time where it wasn't an easy sell. The location's great. I think the institution's great, but when I first got here, we didn't have that yet, and now we do. And I think I think great players want to play in great programs. Period. There's no way around it. I mean, I can't guarantee winning, but we've won every year that I've been here. So I mean, to me, that is something that is very easy for us to tangibly put in front of players and promise them a shot at a national championship. And we can't say that it's not going to be easy, but every year we have a shot at it, and that's definitely what our tradition has done for us.
Jordyn, what's kind of jumped out to you about the chemistry of the returning players and the newcomers and how that's kind of come together so far?
Well, it's tough to say just because it is a new team, but I think the leadership from our returners and everything, and the way that we do things has carried on to them. And I think that, it's all how we make it out to be. So if they come in and they don't really know like what we're about, I think it's our job as returners to make sure that they know that. And I think we've done a great job so far of like showing them what our program's all about. And so because of that, I feel like we're meshing really well, and the returners are leading that, and the newcomers are just jumping right along. So.
Both Rachel and Jordyn, both leadership roles this year. Is that how different is that? There's so many players that have been here in the past and have been with the program 3-4 years, started a lot of these games. How different is it for you both?
Well, I mean, it's my senior year, and there's definitely what goes along with just being a senior. You kind of thrust into that position, and I definitely like to think that I try to lead with like attitude at the most, and I think that every returner has been doing a fantastic job of like going into that leadership role, because I've been around since Carisha and Tori and Kat and stuff, and I've always had these people above me that were just there from the get-go, and I feel like I've been able to really learn from their example and hopefully take some of their like good qualities, the good things that they showed me, and give it to the new people.
Me personally, I'm like a very loud. I try to be a loud person on the court, so I try to lead vocally. And we also have our captain, who was a captain last year, Katie Kohlmeyer. She is a senior now, so I think the fact that she led the team as a junior last year, and she's coming into the senior year with the exact same role, helped a ton too. So she is literally just our go-to for everything, and I think that's helped bring the whole leadership of the whole new team together too.
Melissa, of the newcomers, who do you foresee having the biggest impacts?
Depends on the day, to be honest. I mean, we're 2 days away, and our staff still isn't 100% set on our starting lineup. But for all the right reasons, because we're seeing spectacular things each day. I think there's vacancies in the lineup for sure, and Jordyn has kind of notched down one of those spots on the left. And you're not going to replace Carisha overnight. She scored a lot of points for us in 4 years. I think Nadine Williams has come in and done a really good job in the course of preseason and proven herself to be somebody that can be trusted. Taylor Hall is another one that is a transfer, and we're looking at her to play a pretty significant role for us on the right. But honestly, I mean, any given day. So we've got solutions for a lot of different situations. But too, I see some of these freshmen that could potentially be putting on a jersey for the first time in their career and stepping on the floor as a starter. So I think we'll reveal it Thursday night.
Melissa, how big of a showcase is this tournament? You're bringing these teams in from West Virginia, Minnesota, Indiana. I'm assuming they're flying in here. So this is a big deal to put all this together, and this is really a big weekend for volleyball for you all.
Yeah, honestly, if you're in Pensacola this weekend and you're not in our gym, you're going to miss out. There's going to be some great volleyball in this gym, and not just the games that we're involved in. There's incredible teams that are walking in the gym. North Alabama is going to be here. We will not play them, but they're going to get a chance to play the same teams that we are. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. I think working at this institution gives you a chance to showcase the institution and bring people into the city to see what the city is all about. And I've always admired the Colorado Premier for the level of volleyball that they've had, and we'll go out there the second weekend. So we've kind of become the Pensacola Colorado Premier opening weekend, but. I'm very strategic about who we seek out to come to this tournament. We don't send a blast of emails out to 360 coaches. I pick up the phone and I call, and there's specific teams that we want to play for a lot of different reasons. Part of it is I'm on the national committee for choosing which teams go on to regionals, so I have a very good idea of how to schedule. But we want to play different teams from different regions, different styles. I want to give them as much exposure to the game and how it's played on all levels. That way when we go into conference, we should be prepared for anything.